Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds were definitely uninvited from the Met Gala. Anna Wintour ain't got time to play these games.
Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds will be a no-show at Met Gala. Popular couple, often a fixture at the event.
Most people think of Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds as Hollywood's charming sweethearts, the couple that could do no wrong, from red carpet banter to social media jokes. But all that changed the moment they vanished from the Met Gala guest list. It wasn't just a random no-show. Instead, rumors began swirling that they'd been actively banned from the biggest fashion event of the year. It sounded too outrageous to be true, until every piece of evidence started to line up. Suddenly, what used to be harmless chatter about a missed appearance became a spiral of gossip involving hidden controversies, lost friends, and legal battles that no one saw coming. So what exactly happened?
TMZ, Blake and Ryan are skipping the gala this year, but before you jump to conclusions, it's got nothing to do with their legal war against Justin Baldoni, because the decision to pass on the May event was made way before the drama unfolded. Sure.
How did Blake and Ryan plummet from the lofty heights of popularity to being whispered about in hushed tones, both in Hollywood and on social media? The answers lie in a complex series of choices, some minor, others downright shocking, that have left them reeling under the glare of a spotlight they once owned. If you think it's merely about a single event invitation, think again. Because this story goes so much deeper, and everything is unraveling faster than anyone could have predicted.
But please do not come. Do not pass go, do not collect $200. Ms. Wintour, I would ask that you not extend the invitation, but I think you probably know better.
For years, Blake Lively was considered a favorite of Anna Wintour, the fashion queen behind Vogue and the Met Gala. She graced the event in exquisite gowns, landed on best-dressed lists, and formed a close alliance with the fashion elite. Ryan was equally beloved, typically the charming sidekick by her side. Then came a bombshell. Sources leaked that Wintour had personally decided not to extend invitations to either of them for the most recent gala. In a world where style and status mean everything, being disinvited isn't just a slap on the wrist. It's a loud, unequivocal rejection. Whispers soon followed. Had Blake offended Anna Wintour directly? Speculation pointed to an internal email in which Blake allegedly accused Wintour of favoritism toward actor-director Justin Baldoni. Worse yet, those accusations apparently turned personal, crossing lines that no one is supposed to cross in the tight-knit fashion sphere. When Anna Wintour makes a decision, she doesn't need to explain herself. And just like that, the door to the Met Gala slammed shut. Once the spotlight of blame fell on them, other skeletons from the couple's past began rattling. Fans dredged up the wedding they held on a former plantation, an event once glossed over as a vintage aesthetic. Now, that choice read differently. It was seen as tasteless, even insulting. Critics demanded an apology. The couple mostly stayed silent, adding to the backlash.
Very used to seeing like a Blake, right? She's very unkind to reporters, and genuinely I think that there's just a lack of a better word there. She seems to hate the press junkets over the years. She barely seems to enjoy her fans. She kind of thinks that she's above her fans, thinks she's above the press, and is just always rude.
Then came rumors about Blake's attitude on set, dismissive of fans, dismissive of the press, and generally entitled. People claim that she was nowhere near the gracious, approachable star her social media had depicted. Former co-workers chimed in, recalling moments that painted a stark contrast to the polished public persona. All of a sudden, the couple's squeaky clean image was cracking, and fans were left to wonder, were these red flags always there, hidden behind designer gowns and quick-witted interviews? If the Met Gala drama sounded bad, what happened with the film It Ends With Us was worse. Blake joined the project as a lead actress, working alongside Justin Baldoni, who also directed. According to leaked documents, Blake didn't simply want to portray her role, she demanded editorial control over key decisions. Wardrobe costs reportedly skyrocketed, with high-end designer pieces that didn't match the everyday character she was supposed to play. Production schedules derailed, rumors of clashing egos emerged. Then came shocking allegations that Blake threatened to file certain complaints against Sony executives if they refused to let her oversee the film's final cut. Whether that was a scare tactic or genuine grievance, nobody knew for sure. But the result was chaos behind the scenes. Budgets ballooned, deadlines were missed, and the production turned into a legal battleground of claims and counterclaims. For a couple once known for comedic relief and heartfelt philanthropic efforts, it was a jarring shift into a realm of contentious power moves and public relations nightmares. Hollywood thrives on alliances and star-studded friendships, until someone becomes too hot to handle. After talk of the Met Gala ban reached critical mass, Blake and Ryan found themselves on the receiving end of an ice-cold reception from former allies. Taylor Swift, known to be close to the couple, suddenly went radio silent about them. Gigi Hadid, who'd once been in plenty of paparazzi shots with Blake, had nothing to say about the controversies swirling.
Even her best friends have not come to her defense. No one in Hollywood, all the people all the people that they've been around, no one has come to their defense.
No supportive tweets, no Instagram posts, and certainly no appearances to smooth things over. It wasn't just celebrity pals distancing themselves. Brands and studios that once courted Blake for endorsement deals began stepping back. In an industry built on public perception, no one wanted to be dragged into the undertow of their unraveling reputation. Deals that had been in the works quietly fizzled out. Future projects found new faces, leaving Blake and Ryan noticeably absent from announcements where they once would have been a prime draw. When celebrities face adversity, they often try to win fans back with humor. That's what many assumed Blake and Ryan were attempting with their recent appearance on Saturday Night Live's 50th anniversary special. If they could crack some jokes and show they were still the playful duo America fell in love with, maybe the controversies would fade, but the crowd response was lukewarm at best. Online chatter accused them of being oblivious to the storm around them. People wanted accountability, not breezy banter. The episode ended, and social media exploded with comments like, "They're acting like nothing's wrong," and "They look more out of touch than ever." Instead of rebuilding goodwill, their SNL cameo only reinforced the idea that they were desperate to plaster over mounting criticisms with glitz and jokes. A strategy that, this time, simply failed. It's a cliche for a reason. Hollywood moves on quickly. When stars become liabilities, industry power brokers close ranks. Events that once welcomed them extend no invites. Directors and producers eye other talent. Blake and Ryan, who had stood as a power couple, now appeared to be on the cusp of an outright blacklist. Insiders speculated that if they issued a heartfelt apology, they might salvage their careers. Yet, every day that goes by without some gesture of remorse deepens the sense that they might not even acknowledge the mess they're in. They have a few paths ahead: a tearful talk show confession, a carefully orchestrated social media statement, or a quiet retreat from the limelight until tensions die down. But with each passing headline, the damage seems more irreparable. PR experts argue that even the best spin doctors struggle to fix reputational cracks this wide. At some point, the question stops being whether they can climb back up and starts being if they'll even try. From regal Met Gala appearances to front-page controversy, Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds have charted a dizzying downfall in record time. It all began with whispers of a ban, then escalated into full-blown fiascos involving high-fashion power plays, behind-the-scenes blow-ups on a film set, and the exodus of friends and fans. Perhaps the most startling part is how quickly it happened, as though their reputation stood on far shakier ground than anyone realized. Where do they go from here? Their once flawless public image is in shambles, and it's no longer enough to charm an audience with a red carpet grin. Hollywood seems ready to move on without them, and the fashion world has already locked the door. Will they attempt a massive comeback, or fade away while the industry finds newer, less problematic darlings to celebrate? Only time will tell, but the truth is clear. If you challenge the forces that built you, you may very well lose everything you built in return.